Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Hearthcenter. My name is Dr. Fish, and I will be your host for this evening. And alongside me, we have two wonderful co-hosts. We have the person who has been here for most of the season, if not all of it. We have Super Chicken. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Doing great, thanks. Yeah, excited to go over the legacy matches and the hero interview.
For sure, for sure. And joining us, making a rare appearance, but always a welcome face, we have Diamond. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. It should be a fun time because we have the interview and then also covering the semifinals.
Yeah, for sure. So, without further ado, we will be going over um, Legacy playoffs to start. Then, like Diamond mentioned, we will have our interview with the Hero Series champions from this season. All right, so looking at the bracket, last week we saw four teams go against each other with uh, these final two teams that will be playing this week in F2L White and Standard THL Degenerates, who won their matches respectively. We can start with F2L White versus Fort Justins, one Sustin, and Chicken. I know you said you wanted to go over this match, so I will let you do that.
Yeah, I mean, really, really back and forth match. F2 all started out with uh, two 3-1 wins with Rebob and Myanodon, taking wins over Wild Rose and Nine Hours respectively. But it ended up being quite close. I believe Sunday morning, Infinite took a 3-1 win over Slad, bringing it back a bit. And then the last two matches were Sunday evening on stream. Pokemon getting the 3-1 win over Anfall on stream, and then it all came down to Skirt versus Totino's. Skirt took a 1-0 series lead there, but then fell 3 games in a row. Um, and yeah, it was really kind of the mech paladin for Skirt that really came up short. It had some pretty unfortunate draws. Also, is kind of just like a bad deck. Um, I think I was thinking like a bit before the match that he should probably play Holy Paladin instead of Mech Paladin, but Skirt was like more comfortable with Mech Paladin, so we went with that. But yeah, unfortunately, it didn't end up working out, and the F2L White will have a shot in the finals. Has F2L has F2L won a Legacy Championship before?
No,
Probably.
no.
Oh no. Oh, so
F
they
two
have.
F2L has only one pro in wild.
Okay, so F2L has a chance at their first um Legacy Championship, and also they've kind of broken the semifinal curse, winning in semis.
Yeah,
For
I don't know how. Sorry, I don't know how many times they've been in the finals. I know like I
one
can recall one or two times maybe,
once.
but like once
Yep.
prior.
Yep.
But like definitely like a team that's been around. So we'll
Yeah,
see how they do.
Yeah, for sure. The last time they made the finals was Diamond's foolish Madmen team taking the finals over them.
Mhm.
So that was that. I believe that's F2L White's only finals appearance until now. So nope. That is our first match, but we still have our second match to go over, and then we will transition afterwards. Um, so yeah, the a diamond. Would you mind going over standard THL Degenerates versus Fish Eternum?
Yeah, for sure. So we have STD versus Fish Eternum with obviously with both teams like we have Bomb D with the sweep into one, and then Memnarch and Vampire Nighthawk with two close game 5 victories, and then Laughing Frog being Saku in 4 games. And then Pigpen the sub didn't even have to play because the series was already decided.
Yeah,
So if that one seed match, if there was a 3-2, then they could have played it out, and there was a chance for Zancat to actually win it out entirely, which is kind of interesting. But I think it just shows that every point matters in THL.
definitely. Yeah, definitely a clutch in for Sheep. On Pigpen's end. Um, I will note it's not on the screen, but BOMD has crossed the 550 barrier with this win. So congratulations on that feat. Um,
Congrats, yeah.
for sure. And
A lot of shaman bans. I know I was gonna say the previous one. There's a lot of hunter bans from that 12 side, but just in
yeah,
general, a lot of shaman bans here with everyone on Fish Eternum bringing shaman lining up really nicely there, and mage as well. So maybe with the prep together, that's what they came up
hmm
with.
yeah. And we see 5 hunters from the side of standard THL degenerates. We see 3 druids, 3 rogues, 3 demon hunters. So you can kind of see they're similar in their brings, just with a couple of classes difference for both teams.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
yeah. Hunter's kind of interesting right now.
Yeah.
I think like Quest Hunter's been popping up a bit lately, which I think actually makes it a relevant class in in closed lists, because I think before it was like basically just Beast Hunter. I don't know. I don't think Face Hunter was really a real deck to speak of. But now they have Beast Hunter and Quest Hunter. Like their matchups are fairly different,
Mhm.
so it is a lot tougher to target now, I think, and does kind of, yeah, it gives you a lot more flexibility.
Always cool to see new decks pop up and then, in a sense, changing up the THL close list game because you have to play around all these little things. Are we allowed to do predictions at all, Fish, for the
Um.
finals match?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. While I'm contacting the hero team.
Sure.
Yeah. Go ahead. You two can. I guess Diamond can start, give his prediction, and then it's Chicken, and
Yeah,
then I'll end it with my prediction.
I'm not really sure to pick here because I think both sides, like F12's been like trying to make it to the Legacy Finals and they made it back, and then as well as STD, I don't think they've ever really made it. Well, I think actually I checked, but I think Bomdi has made the finals
They.
a couple of times, and we were like, we made that sheet a
Oh
bit ago.
yeah. I mean,
So
Sheep and BOMD made finals. I don't think BOMD was playing on STD, but he was captaining them. They lost to Defias a couple of seasons ago.
that was two,
Two,
right?
yeah, I think it was two. Yeah,
Mm,
that's a completely different iteration of this team too. So it's interesting how
yeah,
they took two complete different iterations to the finals.
yeah. I definitely think it will go to five, but
Yeah.
I'll take F12 winning this one. I think. What about you, Chicken?
Yeah, I think F12 has I'd say a slight advantage here. I mean they have just been a bit more consistent throughout the season. STD has taken down some pretty strong teams in playoffs, like especially taking down Blue Naga Cult um in their second week of playoffs. So that was that's pretty impressive to me. Along with Defias and Fish. But yeah, I don't know, F12 does seem to be a little bit better like they've seemed to be a little bit better prepared for their matches. Especially looking at last week how they did against the Justins. So yeah, I think I'll give it to F2L.
And Fish, do you have a different prediction than us, or?
Uh, yeah. I have a slightly different prediction. I've been mulling this over quite a bit because they are pretty close. These teams are pretty close. Their PRs. The PRs are very close in each of the matchups. There is a bit of a gap between Totino's and Saku, with Totino's being almost like around 150-ish PR and Saku being 50. But really, other than that, I think it's relatively close. Um, and I'm curious. I'm guessing that Sheep will be playing this week. I think I'm gonna give it to STD in a close week. I think Memnarch in the 3 seed is just such a great player to have there. He's been doing he's like about 500 this season, but he's been playing well in playoffs, and that's kind of what matters. So I think STD will take this in a very close finals.
For sure, for sure. Are we ready with the interview?
Um, I don't really have any confirmations from the players besides Skirt. Seems like Skirt's ready. I'm sure people will join. Um, so uh, the three of us are going to. I'm going to move us to the main screen here. Back to the caster screen. I will go ahead and start our group call. We will go from there. All right. So we have people who have joined. We have quite a lot of people who are coming in. I will go ahead and so right now we have what seems to be 3 players who have joined so far. Uh, I will start with the longest reigning member of the team who's here. We have CMAC. Hello.
Greetings.
Very nice, very nice. Um we have our 4 seed Skirt Reynolds.
Skirt, skirt, skirt.
Nice, and we have the 5 seed who I seem to have dodged playing all season. And you kidding me? Hello.
Hello.
All right, and I'm guessing that 9 will be coming very shortly, and Justin
Alright, on this
and Justin as well. I think will be popping in. Unfortunately, Neji is unable to join us due to internet issues. So, we have a good crew here already. If anyone wants to go ahead and start talking about the match, and asking questions.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really, really close finals. I don't know. Hero always seems to be really close. I mean, last season, when what was the team name that won? Whatever, Justin Diamond
At Diamond, at
Turtles.
Diamond,
Diamond, a diamond.
Oh
at
right, at Diamond, of
at
course, at
Diamond,
Diamond,
at
at Diamond.
Diamond.
That finals was insanely close. I remember the season before that when
So, yeah,
even without Turt won,
yeah.
that came down to the last match. It was Molstar versus Itachi, I think, in the last match.
Yep.
Or is it Skirt versus
Nope,
Fish?
nope,
I don't
nope.
remember.
It was Itachi versus Mole.
Okay, yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, like always seems like Hero always comes down to the wire. And yeah, this was no exception either. I think this one also came down to the last match in the week.
Yeah, I believe it did. All right, so we have Justin and Nine both here. So I will go over to our captain and say hello to Nine.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Happy to have the team here. Obviously, everyone besides Neji, unfortunately, but um, and then also Justin has joined us. Welcome. How are you?
Thanks. I'm all right.
All right. So I guess if Nine wants to talk a little bit about the match as from the captain's perspective, we can kind of go ahead and ask various questions for the players and captain.
Yeah. Yeah, that works. Sorry.
No
My
problem.
brain is slow firing. Speeding up. Okay. So I believe the first match of the week was
It was
it Skirt?
Skirt and Bone
Skirt
Masher.
versus Bone Masher? Yes. And if Skirt, if you want to talk about that one?
Yeah.
Just
Okay. So at one point in the season, right? I was 1-7.
1-7.
Yeah.
bully.
So before one of like the last matches of the season or started playoffs, whatever it was, I typed in our Discord and I was like, nobody beats me 8 times in a season. And then I won. And then I said it again. And then I won again. And then I kept saying it. And I kept winning. So it goes to
Just to
show.
correct Justin, dude, that's not quite what you said. You said, okay, no one, and I mean no one beats me 8 times in a season.
True. So if you ever see me say it, I mean it. Nobody beats me for the 8th time in a season. I just went crazy. I had to go out of town that weekend, so we played super early, like Wednesday or something. And I was lucky enough to start it off with a good sweep. That felt really, really good. I went through the always just in time replay review boot camp to get Giga prepped for playoffs. And I actually started to be good at Hearthstone again. So kind of just went crazy.
Well, I remember saying in the beginning of playoffs that this team would kind of live and die by not completely, but live and die by your performance. And you performed like extremely well. Obviously, you went 3-0 with a game score of 9-2 in playoffs, which is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I
awesome.
knew I absolutely had to turn on the NAS button for playoffs if, so we could do well. Because everyone else was holding their weight, doing really well. I was the only one that was kind of like lacking most of the season. So I was like, all right, It's time to actually be good again and start winning some games.
He will never be caught lacking. Okay,
Never.
wait, no, you're underselling it, Skirt. You did way more than that. Like, looking at the PR breakdowns of, like, the matchups, the teams we faced in each round, we had two
yeah.
550s. So, like, we were expecting to win in the 2 seed, but, like, sacrifices have to be made elsewhere, and it was, like, 4 and 5 seed where we were normally under PR, especially the 4. You didn't just go 3-0, you went 3-0 against Chessmine, Vampire, Nighthawk, and Bone Masher. like, these were not all ones you were meant to win, going off PR and all to the players.
For sure.
It just turned it up to another level.
We were super under PR'd to start this season too, right? Was that this season? I think
I don't
we were
think
because
so.
Kitten, or was that not?
I thought that was last season or something.
That might have been last season.
Every season, since you always win, but
Well, because that season, the season before you, was that with Chicken and the Chicken you?
Oh yeah, we swapped out
C-Mac?
Mole, who was 550 PR for
Oh
Kitten,
yes,
who was
that was
50
the
PR.
Yeah.
My brain's just combining stuff.
Yeah. But
Unlucky.
for sure.
Kitten improved his PR the first season.
Make a 5C out of a mole. That was a great team.
Nine kind of goated with the name creation.
He really is. Yeah, I have a question. I actually forgot to add Molsar to that in my question.
You're not ready for next season.
Our next season is insane.
All right, let's go.
But anyway, if we wanted to jump into some questions, I have a couple lined up.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, this one's well for CMAC and also the whole team. But without me and the 1 seed losing, how did CMAC manage to get a single win this season?
The eternal mystery. It may go unsolved for a century or two.
You just counted on you losing in legacy playoffs in order to win the hero final. So that was what it came down to. So
this is true.
Appreciate the sacrifice.
I have Fish. I don't know. Like, did you have any questions prepared? I have a few lined up, but if you want to go next, I can hold back.
I had one question written out. I guess this goes for 9 because he's the name mastermind. You have one without Turt, and now without Chicken. Who is the next former member that you will win without? Obviously, it doesn't have to be somebody on this team, but like you typically have named it after players who aren't on the team anymore.
You'll find out next season.
You'll find out next season with our wonderful logo and name.
Nice.
They're created already, so I can say that with confidence.
Awesome.
Crazy.
As I've seen it, it's a pretty good one, Nine, I gotta say.
Every season's a new banger.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's fun changing the name every season and coming up with stuff and tributing to the previous teammates.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. Yeah.
Only the mole hole was not filled.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess I'm just not quite as good as Molestar. Unlucky.
I remember y'all did like, you guys still like made it decently far in playoffs. I think you lost to Diamond's team, which everyone lost to Diamond's team that season. So
yeah, we got knocked out quarterfinals that season.
Yeah. We met the same fate in semis.
It was basically the finals, but in quarters. After that, everything was free.
Yes, wink, wink.
Guess.
We didn't go to 5 like almost every week.
Totally did not need Diamond to clutch out a 3-1 or better. Was it a 3-0? What was it in
It was
semis?
3-1. It was 3-1.
Yeah,
and then I
3-1
3-1
better.
Here's that, yeah. I guess Nine, I have a question for you. I haven't like fully been following, but is this your first season stepping back from the team? And like, I guess how is that different than playing on the team as the captain?
Yeah, this was my first season not playing, and I'll be playing again next season. So just the one up for now.
Yeah.
I didn't really do much at all during the regular season. And then I kind of hopped in the last few weeks of playoffs to help with prep a lot more, and I did some scrims and some stuff with Justin. Just to make sure that the boys are ready for their matches and all that.
Resident Murloc Warlock expert.
Yeah, I had the Murloc expertise
True.
for us.
Yeah, wait, like,
As the
C-Mac, do you think you have won that game 5? C-Mac, do you think you have won that game 5 without the 9 Murloc Warlock prep?
Nope.
Neither of us had any idea how to play that deck. We had never read the cards in it before. Now he just hit us with the quick prep guide.
Dude, when he finds the lens, he knows.
Yeah, true.
Wake me up.
All right. So magically, Neji's internet has started working.
I'm back.
Oh, let's go. What?
Let's go.
You have a voice changer.
Why do you
Oh, this dude has a voice changer. Let's
Okay,
go.
make it stop.
Okay, wait, did it turn off?
No.
What the hell?
Oh no.
Bing bong.
Uh,
I wanted
Okay,
a bing.
okay.
I wanted a bing bong.
Neji
Okay.
sounded like Winnie Neji.
Yeah. All right.
Do you have another question?
All right,
Chitala?
I got a question.
Okay, how about
for
now?
Neji, since
All right,
he's
it's good.
he's
It's good
just,
now.
Showed
Let's
up.
go.
Oh, you turn
Unlucky.
back on the voice changer. Not, I
Okay.
don't know why you're so ashamed of
Okay.
your real voice.
It's a good
It's
point.
fine, but we weren't laughing at it.
All right, so Neji, how did you
Mm-hmm.
have such a huge turnaround hero season? And does playing on F2L make you a bad player?
I don't know if I can answer this question.
Just answer the first part.
Okay, well, I played 2 seasons on their team, and I did terribly, and then I switched off their team, and I went out all my games, so I think you can extrapolate from that. But I won't give you a yes or no.
We may never know.
All right. Follow-up question, though. Was there a difference between the F2L team and this team that you think led to more of a success? Just within the team dynamic?
Yeah. I mean, I like the people on F2L, and they're good teammates. It's just the way they prep is a bit differently, I think, than I like to do. They're a lot, or they focus on their counter strategies a lot, and I much prefer to just bring good decks and pilot them well, rather than try and play like gimmicky stuff, if you know what I mean.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Which is what I did this season, and it worked out much better.
Yeah, I like that you're able to recognize, like, you know, obviously I had a great time teaming with you those 2 seasons. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely true that your prep style is different from that specific team. So yeah. Obviously congrats. This is, you know, a lot of these people here, you and Kitten, it's your first PR series titles. That's fantastic for both of you. Obviously you've won Wild and you've won Pro before. So there you go. You're almost got the Grand Slam.
All right, I have a I have a question for Skirt. We talked about this a little bit already, but was this some attempt to PR manage this season until you realized that you actually had to win some games in order to get a championship?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I always have faith in the boys. They always carry me no matter what.
You know the saying,
So-
clutch up, my boys.
Exactly, the boys clutched up. So, yeah, I got a little too into League of Legends during the regular season. But come playoff time, you know the boys. I gotta do it for them.
We were the second wild card going into playoffs, or were we first? How did we make?
we were
We like
literally
barely
the
skirted
last
in,
seed.
right? Yeah, we like barely
Barely
skirted
made
in the
playoffs.
playoffs.
We went 2-3 the final week when we had to win and in for playoffs because we were like a point in or 2 points in front into like the last wild card slot. So we thought we would be out, but then it just turned out every other team around us did even worse. They all 1-4 or 0-5. Like very weird final week where everyone shit the bed. So we somehow ended up in it because no one won and we started the week barely in it and lost less badly than every other team on the bubble. And I said this in the Euro channel after we won. We finished with a record of 6-5 and barely more PR than we started, despite going 3-0 in playoffs.
We do a little PR managing.
I can assure you we were the best team. Totally. We were the champions. That means we won. That means we were the best, right?
True.
Yeah, PR
Yeah, our
management,
record
just
is-
another skill.
I mean, you're the ones on top, right? No one can say anything.
Has a team ever lost so much and while winning a championship? Like it was the bare minimum every single week.
It's when you're on this team, it's a bit momentum based. We were like on the even without Turk team. After week 5 we were 1-4, and then we I think we finished the regular season like in first place in the conference.
Well, the other team I had like that was Wild Aces. We like Wild Aces started into regular season. Then we had a group meeting in the Discord, and we were like, "All right, for Bill, we're winning this one." So like I don't know. That could just be a trend of my teams, is that we might be a little slackers during the regular season.
Oh,
Yeah,
I assure you, I try my best every week. I just lose because I'm bad.
Unlucky. You lose because you're unlucky, chicken.
This is true.
Why peak in the beginning of the season when you can peak at the end?
He's got a point. They typically take the preseason a little easy, but when the regular season hits, no losses.
True.
Just like a certain wild team.
Seriously, and then playoffs.
Okay, so this next question is for the always just in time. This is well, I guess not in this order, but this is one of 3 championships you've gotten this season. How does this one compare to the rest of them?
Very weird. Like I didn't want to play in many series this season, but then I got talked into doing 3. I'm definitely never doing 3 again. But like all the teams were hype and good, so it felt like any of them you could argue they were title favorites preseason or among the top teams. I mean, there's a big difference between being among the top teams and actually winning. So definitely was not expecting to win all 3 or even probably any of them. Even if you have the plurality of odds to win, that's normally nowhere near the majority. So that was pretty crazy. And this one especially was the closest because I don't know, Pro, with quarters was kind of close. We only 3-1, and then after that, we like clapped twice, 3-0'd the finals. Wild, we 3-0'd every round. Where this one, like, when we got the team together preseason, I thought we would be the strongest by far, and then all the team rosters came out. Holy crap! This must have been the strongest hero season by far ever. Just so many teams were absolutely stacked. I mean, the normal F2L team. There was APM who we faced in the finals. Diamond's team was pretty stacked. Casual GM in 3. We won the title with him previous season. They replaced Diamond with Justin and me with a GM. So it felt like they could be just as strong or even stronger. And then Fish's team, F2L Obsidian, I thought was okay, but then like mid-season sub out Alien Santa for Aquaman, and I'm like, okay, they're the strongest on paper by far. They just did not lose after that. So yeah, I still don't quite know how we won the title. Basically, just skirt never losing. Like it's pretty easy when you start out 1-0 up every week when against a match where like the team are based their PR construction around to have someone really smurfing in the floor, but skirt just simply wins anyways.
Never lose 8 times.
never loses 8 times. So yeah, even it afforded mistakes from the rest of us to still be able to get it done. Yeah, did all the matches come down to like 5 games? No, they didn't. Yeah, wait, they didn't at all. Yeah,
Yeah, I only
first
played
round.
1 week, so
First round we 3-0'd, but like it was, we still needed one more game win, so CMAC got that against Arhat in game 4. Semis.
That was the 4 versus ET.
That was 3. Yeah, that was 4 matches. Yeah.
Yeah, I lost, but then I played first and lost, but then everyone else won right after me, so easy. And then finals obviously went to 5 games. So no, yeah, it was suitably dramatic. Probably the one that was most hyped and climactic to win. And my actual match
give Kitten the chance
was
to play.
really tight. It was a 2-hour-long set where every single game went very long, and it went the full 5 games. And I got down 1-2, and things weren't looking so great for me at one point, game 4. And I sort of mentally started to check out and go, oh, well, whatever. It was a good season, like, commiserate, as we were down 1-2 overall, and I'm down 1-2 in my game. But then I'm like, okay, wait, I'm playing Jackpot Rogue. There's always a scam. wait, focus up. This deck can always find a way out.
And behold, there was scam.
Yeah, just to scam it, yeah.
Yeah.
We were really pushing for the Kitten never has to play a playoff game angle.
Yeah, Kitten played early. Kitten was, I believe, the second match.
Yeah, he was second.
Angle.
Yeah.
It's crazy how you guys have finished the season and you're only APR over.
Yeah,
can
for
almost
sure.
full run back.
So then if you look, like F12 Obsidian's at 1928, F12 Black's at 1938, APM's at 1929. Like all
Yeah.
these other teams are like in the 1900s. You guys are just 1858.
Yeah, that's what made it special. That we're not the best team. We're not meant to win this. But somehow, some way, everyone did their job and found a way to get through.
Yeah, this was kind of the second time that, because you and Neji playing on Pro, you guys barely made playoffs as the last seed from Pink, and then you all like just kind of rolled through playoffs, and it kind of like this team was was 3-5 entering playoffs. Like
both teams did a little trolling regular season. The Pro team a lot more than this.
Oh,
team,
I mean, I figured that much for sure.
Oh yeah, so Skirt went through the playoffs. CMAC went 2-1, but like his one loss was he only needed one game win versus our hat, so this basically counts as a win as well. Like
True.
They both clutched the fuck up.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, so did you only play to the 1 then concede CMAC?
In the quarters, yeah, we only needed the 1 point, and I got it, and then I got reverse swept by Kurt's luck.
I can assure you, his decision to hard play out a curse on turn 3 rather than playing a Naga and Wig Priest, that was just to concede. That was not an actual play.
CMAC would never miss play in playoffs.
Never.
Yeah. I guess, was there any particular match that stood out to, I guess it's just anyone, that if you want to talk about? If there wasn't really, you don't have to talk about it. But it was like a pretty close season overall.
Yeah, I mean, I just talked a bunch, but yeah, it was Game 5 against J Rich. He had my Jackpot Rogue against Shaman, and he had Schooling on 1, and then followed it up with Amalgam, and I had like no Knolls, nothing to do early, and was just facing 8 pressure on board. But I had like cycled the Cutlass and reduced Gone Fishing to 0, so I just like played Shroud, didn't hit Knoll, and then played Gone Fishing, grabbed Jackpot on that, ended my turn 3, and my hand going into my turn 4 was Trickster Prep Jackpot, and I'm facing down a big board and going, oh, well then, guess we'll see if I win this. And then I turn 4 started, I faced the big board, I prepped Jackpot, and then cast out with Trickster, Rune of the Archmage, and then I won.
Oh my gosh, that is a gaming moment.
But yeah.
Yeah. Holy cow, that's pretty good.
Jackpot's decently likely to give you a relevant spell there, but it really needed to. Like, if I had gotten whiffs, I was died very quickly thereafter.
Is there any for Mucimac match that stands out in particular throughout the season?
Yeah, I mean, the playoff ones are pretty memorable. I think most of them were on stream. Yeah, let's see, in the semifinals, I played against Trido. He didn't ban my big spell mage, and then it like went 2-0 on stream. That was cool. I mean, I drew the nuts, but it was still cool.
Yeah, that was an odd cadence. You start up 2-0, then so he's queuing like his last answer, his last hope, and he wins that. So then you have your chance to have your answer prepared. But then that doesn't work. You win as well. It's 2-2 going into game 5, but then you win game 5. Easy.
Gonna win that. I have faith. I had because Curse Lock is the best deck in the game.
Besides Murloc.
Yeah. If only there is a way. Wait, we have 40 card decks. When will they give us the technology for 60 card decks so that we can have Curse Murloc Warlock?
Literally can beat anything.
It's the best deck.
Is there any match for you, Neji, that stood out?
I can't remember many of them. Oh, I remember Game 5 against Rebob. I think it was in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
I was playing Shaman against Paladin, and like turn 4, I played School Teacher, and I hit Bioluminescence off my Nagaling. So literally the whole game, I was just trying to stick a board so I could kill him. And he literally just kept clearing my board for, I swear, it was like 17 turns in a row. And we got to down to the last cards in our deck. And finally, I could stick a board, and then he died. So that was a good one.
Nice.
It was literally just waiting and waiting and waiting. And I had Viper in my deck, so I could just blow up the weapon. So it was literally just waiting and waiting and waiting until I could finally stick minions.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Straight.
I'd say like overall my 3 playoff matches were pretty similar because they were all against like opponents that are really really good and significantly more PR than me. So going into them, I was just like, I have to diff this so hard if I'm gonna have a chance. But honestly, I think my like last playoff match against Bone Masher, just right away, my druid got banned, which I was really, really thankful for, because after I brought it, I was looking at spreads and like the decks, and I was like, oh god, like I don't really want to play any of these. So I just YOLO brought a Beast Hunter deck, or sorry, Beast Druid deck. And
Ooh.
thankfully it got banned because I was really happy I wouldn't have to try to figure out that deck. Because even when like Beast Druid was like actually pretty popular, I was so bad on it. I could literally only play like the aggro Druid version and not like normal Beast Hunter. So I was like, if I have to play this, I might actually int. But thankfully we avoided that. And we just chilled. I think that was like a Beast Hunter sweep. And one of the games I'm pretty sure I like top deck lethal too. So that was just that deck was meant to be. It just went super crazy that match.
Nice.
It was a pretty disgusting top deck lethal too. It was like 3-17 or something, like right before you died. Simply a skill difference. Skirt always hits this.
Playoff diff.
Absolutely
Never
gapped.
never losing 8 times. It had to happen.
And then finally, can any memorable match from you this season?
This season? Oh, there is like, I think I like top decked the perfect card in one matchup that would just like saved the whole season into like a reverse sweep on a Druid game right at the start. Like right at the start when Druid was like broken.
Was nutty, yeah.
From the playoffs though, The only thing I only played one game in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I just remember playing Murloc Shaman in turn 1. I coined out a 2-drop, which was like the worst play I think I could have done on that turn. And then my opponent was good, and so I didn't get to make misplays like that, and so I got rolled. That was fun.
Yeah, I can't imagine. That was a very fun night.
Where that happened. Just to clarify, Kitten. Sorry, I was cross talking. Just joking. Kitten, which of your playoff matches did that happen during?
Cool. I think we have time for one more question. I know Chicken said that he had another question to ask.
Sure. Yeah, this last one is for last one is for Kitten. So you're the newest to THL on the team, having played 2 seasons here and 1 in Legacy. With this being your first championship, could you speak to your THL experience so far?
THL's been really fun. It's actually like I realized that I don't really play Hearthstone unless I'm playing THL, but like when I play THL, it's like really fun, and it's honestly the much more enjoyable format of like Hearthstone. So it's been really fun to play. I only really started playing Hearthstone when I started playing THL, which is not that long.
It's kind of crazy. Holy cow.
Well, it was like Tespa roped you in, and then THL got you to actually play by yourself.
Gotcha.
Yeah, before I just watched like Mitchell play or Nine play, and yeah, I didn't have cards, so it was spectator gaming only. But actually playing, and especially in like a competitive format where it's not just like I don't know, ladder has like its quirks, right? But the competitive format is way more fun for me, and all the people have been like pretty nice, and especially like my teammates have been really welcoming. So it's really nice, very fun. I definitely recommend it to like other people trying to rope other people into it.
All right. Well, sounds like we are all done with questions. I want to thank everybody on the team for coming. Nine, Justin, Neji, CMAC, Skirt, and Kitten Me. It's been a blast, and of course Diamond and Super Chicken, thank you for hosting. I know there was some internet issues that we had, but fortunately we were able to get people to come and do this. So yeah, I guess I'll leave I'll let if anyone wants to say any final words before I go ahead and close this out, you can. All right.
Yeah, I just want to thank my team for having an awesome season without me playing and being able to do it all. They did really good during the regular season to make playoffs and stepped up a ton, so I'm proud of them. And I'll be back for next season.
And also, yeah, I mean, thanks for doing what you did. I kind of stole the team from you this season. It was like, yo, well, we have PR, Neji, and I want to play. You good with that? And you're like, I mean, either you or CMAC would not have to play. And you're like, sure.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to play hero either, and the team was so insane that I was like, well, might as well. And then we won, so.
Yeah, I know.
Then we basically both did nothing as captain while the other played on their team for Legacy versus Hero.
Yeah, we like swapped roles for each other's teams.
We literally did. Yeah.
Well, good seasons.
Yeah. Well, sounds like it was a blast, and I think this whole season was fantastic as a whole for Hero. Another amazing finals. Hero series just keeps cranking them out. So yeah, that will do it for this episode of Hearthstone. We will be back next week with our final episode of the season. We will go over the Legacy Series finals match, and we will have the winners interview for that. So again, obviously, thank you everybody for watching on the Twitch stream, and to those watching the VOD as well, thank you for watching. And yeah, we will see you all next week. And take care and be safe, everyone.